Dr. Mark Waldman and his staff make you feel as comfortable as possible throughout the entire process. This was one of the best decisions of my life. I now have a full head of hair. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and take the first step in looking the way you want to look. That's hairsurgery.com.
Hey guys, it's Andy Sweeney here. When it was time to expand our offices and studios at ESPN Louisville, guys, the choice was easy. Realm Construction. Find them online today, realmconstruction.com. They're family owned and have been serving the Louisville area now for 60 years. Owners Rich Banks and Bill Receiver could not have been easier to work with. Their knowledge, professionalism, and attention to detail were absolutely top-notch. Bottom line, Realm Construction did everything they said they would do and more. Realm Construction specializes in commercial general contracting. You've probably seen their work at 4th Street Live, as well as many healthcare facilities around the area. For their full portfolio, visit realmconstruction.com. We trusted Realm Construction for our expansion, and you should too. For your next project, use Realm Construction. Online at realmconstruction.com or give them a call, 581-9191.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby. They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta Milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantoni's this holiday season. Milantoni's, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at this steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Maven. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor, hops incredible. Here comes Maven off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station, and I appreciate everyone jumping in to enjoy this time with us. Our man has finally broken his silence. Steve Rummage in the building, Nicky V in the booth.
Yeah, another day in paradise. So we're gonna talk about all this and everything that's went on over the last 3 days.
Right.
So that should be fun.
That Wolfpack team was underrated.
Yeah. Listen, I had an awesome conference game this weekend that we went 1-0 in the conference.
A roadkill.
And it's going to be hard to get to because we have a ton of jackasses running a university. Coming in hot.
Did you take off your headset?
Took off my hoodie. It's
okay, fair enough.
It's a scorcher in here, and yes, it is coming in hot. You could feel Steve Rummage as he's almost like the Human Torch.
Well, speaking of coming in
they
hot,
want the boot.
Speaking of coming in hot, let me just get this one out the way. Earliest time in the show. Temperature control when Steve is coming in hot is one of the most valuable resources one can have. And if you agree, then DFH Company is the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222. Or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com and look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we have here at the studio for that hard to heat, hard to cool room of your home. 968-6222. Or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. I am so proud of Steve Rummage for letting me get through that DFH advertisement, because I know the last thing he wanted to hear about is anything other than what's going on at our university. As I'm
have to do what we have to do. I mean, here we sit on Monday, man. Listen, it's all weekend. Whose fault is it? Okay, and here's where we've went. Whose fault is it? I'm just doing an overview.
Yes.
We're mad at Vince. No, it's Neely. Now it's Vince again. No, Neely put out a statement. So, okay, it's still Vince. No. Now it looks like it's Neely. And all the while, we're all super pissed because we're stuck with the football coach that we didn't want. So it's like
that we didn't want moving forward.
Yeah, that we didn't want moving forward. So it's like
that we gave a fair shot to.
Absolutely did. Absolutely did.
And good support.
So now here we sit. We're stuck with the coach that we don't want. Now we don't know who's making the decisions.
We're stuck with the coach that we don't want, that tried to jump on the first thing smoking, first opportunity.
Yeah, he tried to get out of here. The first train out of here, he tried to get out of here, was ready to head back. But now we're stuck with him, I guess. So, okay, here, danged if we do, danged if we don't. Either he sucks again next year or he wins and he leaves. Take your pick. What do you want? Because you're probably not going to get the guy that you want next year. So now we're just stuck with that. So God knows who we're going to hire, because who wants to come work for an administration where you don't know? Is the AD in charge? Is the president in charge? Who's making charge? Who's making the call here? I don't know. Did Vince Tyra make the call, or does Neely undermine Vince Tyra on every decision? Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody seems to know what the hell's going on.
Or everybody knows. Oh, I got a guy. You got a guy. I got a guy. Everybody has a guy that's an inside guy that knows something about everything from about every angle. And it still always goes back to exactly what Steve said. We just want to have a good football team. We just want our basketball coach to be able to operate on some level playing field of other people, and not be held to standards of pristine whatever, like we just want these simple luxuries of life. We want to feel like our unit of president, AD, fan base, supportive fan base, is all has the same intentions.
Because you dang near perp walked my old president and AD out of here because you said they weren't doing a good job.
What do you mean?
And this is the crap we end up with.
What do you mean dang near? That was a perp walk. The pictures that you remember, I pointed out, Steve, that they never post a picture without having those courthouse looking columns in the background.
Yeah.
Of either one of them. You remember I said, hey y'all, do y'all not find it odd that the only picture they ever use of Tom Jurich is right as and they block out the roof so you can't tell that that's,
I know
what building that is. It's just courthouse.
And Coach Mack, I'm sorry, because that was a dang good win on Saturday, man. Like, that was a dang freaking good win on Saturday, Coach.
I'm sorry, Matt Cross.
Yeah, Matt Cross,
you did
I'm sorry.
what we needed you to do.
Y'all were down 4 with 2 minutes left on the road in the ACC in front of a good crowd, and you won that game. And gosh dang it, you deserve. Volleyball team, I am sorry. Y'all are the number 1 team in America,
number 1
undefeated, going to the Sweet 16, probably going to win a national championship. I apologize to the basketball, the women's team. I'm sorry. I'm sorry y'all can't get coverage today because these idiots don't know what they're doing. I am so sorry to every student athlete in this university. I'm sorry to the football team that you got to go out there and get your ass kicked next year because of the coach that you have. I am so sorry to every student athlete in this university right now that we can't cover you and we can't cover the great things that you're doing right now because we have to cover the bull crap that's going on from the administration. Like, I apologize because we can't. I can't sit here and talk about the basketball win. I can't talk about the volleyball team today.
I apologize to the fans that love to listen.
I'm sorry for saying the A word.
To ESPN Louisville sports coverage. positive sports coverage, which is what we are. That's not our job to be positive, but we are just naturally positive people. And we know you tune in to listen to us to say, hey, hey, the spirit of Marcus and Steve really enjoy their sports. They really enjoy the details of sports and talking about all the fun intricacies of all this. And we can't even give you that. And if we were giving you that, we'd be signing you up single-handedly for more of this. We'd be signing you up. So you make sure you keep that in mind. Every time you think about, hey, y'all don't sound positive today. If you got positive, Steve and Marcus, you have that would be misdirection, Steve and Marcus. We cannot give you that. But you can also make a statement on this radio show. You can also represent your side of the fan base, your opinion. And this is what I want to do. I want to prepare everybody today for something. Now, Steve has listened to me for about 14 to 16 hours. Steve knows that I'm intentionally being less emotional because I refuse to be led a certain direction with information just coming from right and left. And again, Steve and myself have dealt with information, how it gets out, who it comes from, where it comes from, what seems reliable. So everybody, fan base, ourselves, we're all sifting through information. Today is a day where you should make sure you make it clear. Is this your opinion? Or this is what you believe is fact because of logic and deductive reasoning and things like that? Or you can just have a raw opinion. Or, because I've been talking to Steve about this, you can have a gut feeling, but say it's a gut feeling. Don't say, I know that this president is undercutting. Don't say, I know that this AD is just, something. Or if you want to say that, if that's your opinion, say I'm of the belief, or it's my opinion that this and that. Because here's the thing. Big picture, beginning of the show, you want your teams to be good and you want them to be on a level playing field. That's it. That's it. You want your coaches to feel supported by the athletic department and president. Trying to sift through that is going to be nuanced, but we will, it is available to people. Okay, so Steve, I'll ask you this. Do you agree with me when I say this was necessary? And what I mean by this to people, it's necessary because it's like not just an airing out of grievances, but people are tired of, I was telling you and maybe Nikki and whoever else will listen. There's a culture, and again, I'm going to call it the Pitino effect because that was the first thing that popped in mind when I thought about it. There is a culture now around here that I think started with Coach Pitino. When he came in, I understood Coach Pitino's point of view about, I have to keep this thing rock solid tight. I can only have people around me that I can trust. You know what I'm saying? People I don't know, I can't bring them around a lot, I can't let them inside. It's tough to run a program without people siphoning out and trying to, again, Pitino came in under a lot of angry Louisville fans. So I understood if he said, I need people that I know in here around me. You also understand all the people who've been a part of this program now being left out. So I understood both sides to that, right? But here's the thing. There developed a culture of inside guy. The guy who works at the counter of the hotel that Coach Pitino, the hotel bar that Coach Pitino likes to have a cocktail at. Now, all of a sudden, he's the inside guy that knows everything, because there wasn't real inside guys. It was the guy next to the guy that was always the inside guy. So for 15 years, right, Pitino had his tight circle, and everybody who was kind of, that made Pitino's circle stars. yeah, I kick it with Patino. So
Absolutely.
now I have my circle of people around town who get to say, oh, I'm friends with so-and-so, and he hangs with Patino all the time, right? So now you see how we have this train and this addiction of being inside man. I know a guy who knows a guy who talks to a guy, you know what I'm saying? And when we start having these big conversations, it's like,
You want calls now?
get the side inside man's and outside man's out of the picture.
Sure.
It's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get away, because here's the problem. When you start doing that, you start making the message board and the media the same. The message board, the media, a leak from here, it hits the media the same.
But I will say this is a unique city where I think that it is closer than most, where sometimes the message board and the media know the same. You know?
Yep.
Because we live.
Okay, so maybe over time that has developed more important inside sources.
I mean, we live in a city where there are people that are in the local media that will look you stone cold in your face and say there was no chance Braun would come here. Still to this day. That's a lie. That's not true. That is simply not true. So, okay, so y'all are the OG media then. Okay, well then y'all know everything. All right, well then what the hell are we even doing here? Nobody else knows anything but y'all. And they'll look you right in the face. It's like, no. Dude that's on the message board that talks to people there knows that. You're either have an agenda by not saying it, or or you refuse to do any research. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it's something. We are a unique city in that aspect of it, man, where I do think I agree with everything you're saying though, but I do think it is unique where it's like in this city, everything, I think you're going to get more truth, even though you'll get more rumor in the message board fodder.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The rumor part is the part that bothers me. Like
yeah.
Because it muddles up the truth so often.
Absolutely.
It just makes me sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and here's the problem with that, Steve, is what I'm is where I'm arriving at. You support a certain person.
Yeah.
You're more likely to hang on to the rumor, or are we looking for truth? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I just don't like.
Well, let me put it like this. Okay, where Steve Rummage sits right now. I hope truth is Vince Tyree just is a diabolical jerk and kept Satterfield and is bolting to FSU.
Why would
I hope that's the case.
Why would you prefer that?
Because I prefer that to be the case, because I think anybody that understands money and athletics is going to come in and go, okay, we got to part ways with this guy.
Yep.
Like, this is not going to work. And obviously there's choices there. If it's not Braun, okay, whatever. There's choices there that we need to make a move here.
Which I will counter you with saying, I understand why because I understand why you say that, because the absolute hands down, maybe I'm guilty of maybe that positive vein left in or that positive, little voice that's still in the back of my head that's kept me from going insane, says y'all don't want to even imagine. Y'all don't even want to imagine a world where Neely Bendapudi is blocking personnel moves in the athletic world. And this is your university.
Mm-hmm.
Your University of Louisville is being, like I said, the nightmare scenario is if it's her.
Well, you don't have to make it up. Go watch the U. Go read Donna Shalala. Go read her story. Go read what happened at Miami University or the University of Miami. Go read what happened there. Where a president comes in, starts blocking the AD's moves, cuts financials to the athletic, says we're going full academic. And God knows, if you're one of those, it's like, oh, so now you don't care about academics. Go jump in a hole, dude. Like, get the freak out of our face, okay? Like, but it's like, it's one of those things that go look. The U was winning national titles and still hasn't recovered from that. to this day. Maybe they are now. I mean, I think they made a couple moves now, good moves now. So it's like, okay, maybe something's happening there. But my point is, it's like you saw this. So the absolute nightmare is that Neely Bendapudi is blocking AD moves, is telling Vince Tyree, you can't do this, you can't do that. This is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. And Vince Tyree's had enough and he's leaving.
And
I don't know which one's true.
Yeah, and I want to continue this conversation because I want to have context on where I stand.
Yeah.
My context is, I believe with everybody else the same way. Everybody's hearing that Vince Tyree is he thought that the suspension for Mac was too much, and he tried to get Brom in here, and it's like the streets are saying that.
You would have to be a cold-hearted bastard to look this fan base after the kicks in the groin they've taken and say, oh, you want that guy? I'm going to keep this guy. And I'm going to go to your division rival.
Mm-hmm.
Who, guess what, is going to need a football and a basketball coach probably in the next year or so.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what the streets say. That's what the scuttlebutt.
And maybe he is. I'm not saying that's not the case.
That's the word.
Yeah.
That is what.
No, that's not the opposite of that is the word.
Oh no, I'm talking about just what we're hearing, like what the problem is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So there's that, and Steve says you would have to be diabolical for that to be true.
Yeah.
Which okay. Now, on the other side, the word that again, I guess the converse word is she's blocking these things. But I will say this. More gossip versus a direct shot. I will give Neely Bendapudi
absolutely
this one right here.
Yep.
And this is important.
Absolutely.
I want y'all to understand. I'm not on a team.
That's a good point.
I am not. On a team.
And I want to make that clear. I don't think either one of us today are Team Neely, Team Vince.
Yep.
We're just both team. Get Satterfield the hell out of here. But I mean, we're okay. I'm past Brom.
Right.
I'm past Brom. I don't give a crap who it is. Figure something out. But we're not the Neely Vince thing.
Yep.
I just want answers on that.
Yep. Okay. Neely Bendapudi. Of all the gossip and all the other stuff, Neely Bendapudi heard what was going on Friday, heard what the streets were saying basically, and she released an official statement. And in said official statement, Neely Bendapudi said, "I am not involved with athletic personnel decisions." A statement released from her saying that she is not involved. And furthermore, my athletic director, I have full confidence in my athletic director to make those decisions. Right? Now, if you're not team somebody.
Can I read it?
Okay,
exactly.
Yes.
Decisions about personnel matters within the athletic department are made by the athletic director. I have faith in Vince Tyree's leadership of the department, and I support his decision in this matter. That was her quote.
That's a statement released from her. Okay. Now, people, if she's lying about that and she interjected herself, you can prove that. You can that's a bold on the record statement. I will say this, in comparison, I don't get that bold direct statement out of Vince. So this is me just saying, this is the side that I say I understand, the Neely Bendapudi side, where, and also all of a sudden, if you were on the social media on Friday, you heard rumors that she and someone else interjected themselves in the upcoming meeting. We all heard the same thing. Would you agree with that, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
The street said Neely, and somebody else, said they're going to attend that meeting. We find out Saturday that wasn't true. But everybody, again, all the people who had a guy that knew a guy said she came into that meeting or she, went to the meeting and changed the whole, situation. So while I say one side has more smoke, there's fire, I'll say one side has one direct shot of saying, hey, this, and again, I'll even do this. I'll give a kind of a backdoor disclaimer. If we're playing this game of semantics, she didn't say discipline of the athletic department. She said personnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these people take their time when they make statements. So if she intentionally just didn't include, like, yeah, maybe I had something to do with the Coach Mac discipline side of it. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
not the actual personnel. But that would still mean firing wasn't on the table. Because you're saying personnel.
Yeah.
Okay. I had something to do. And again, we're just saying, if you didn't say personnel says personnel.
Yeah.
I am not involved in whether or not somebody has a job here.
Absolutely.
or doesn't have a job. But if I put some extra stink on the suspension, that's possible. And I wouldn't say you were lying about that. But again, if it was true that she tried to have him fired, that would be a direct contradiction to your statement of saying you were involved in personnel matters. Vince Tyree would be able to actually say, no, she said, I think he should be fired. That's a personnel statement. You would be lying in your statement.
Yeah.
It's a bold move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's say that's a starting point of the conversation once we get past we are not pleased with the football situation. And the bleeding heart in me says, that you can't be here and run a legit program, Coach.
Yeah.
You know that, right? This can't be a legit program moving forward under this current triumvirate, this current setup.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, but also if Vince knew, I will say this on this part, if you know that you're leaving or that you're talking to Florida State and it's getting serious, that decision should have been held off. That Satterfield statement decision should have been held off.
And we saw the agenda of the special board meeting.
Yeah.
And at the top of the agenda, I don't know if this has anything to do with each other, right? This could be another subject, another conversation, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see that agenda, it says conflict of interest. Steve?
Yeah.
What would be more conflict of interest than making a decision like that after you've been talking to Florida State and potentially taking another job in conference divisional opponent in football?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to recuse yourself from even attempting to make this decision if you know you're doing that. Go ahead.
Well, I know we need to take a break. We can stay on schedule here in a second if you want, whatever. I do think that there's one thing that can and may be very positive about going forward if Vince ends up at Florida State.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
Basketball is back, Card Nation, and we can't wait to welcome you back home to the KFC Yum Center. Don't miss out on the season-long family fun and unbeatable value of Louisville women's basketball season tickets. Secure your seats for all 17 home games, including marquee matchups against Kentucky, Notre Dame, and Florida State. Season tickets offer you the best seats and big-time savings over single-game tickets. Explore options, flexible payment plans, and get more information at gocards.com/WBB tickets. That's gocards.com/WBB tickets.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Get organized with help from Menards and Dakota Shelving. Whether you need a spot for extra storage or want to add an accent to your living space, Dakota has the shelf for you. With a variety of attractive finishes, your shelves are guaranteed to match your style. Keep your home neat and tidy and pick up an 8-foot by 11 3/4 inch pre-finished square edge shelf for just $9.99 after $5 rebate. Plus, a Menard gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
What's up, y'all? Eric Wood here. It's no secret that I am a Dan fan. Dan-O seasoning is all natural, low sodium, has no sugar, but still tastes Dan good. All right, guys, but seriously, let me put you on what's next. Dan-O seasoning just dropped a new flavor, hot chipotle, and it's bringing the heat. Yum, yum, get you some. Available for purchase at danoseasoning.com. That's danoseasoning.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Looking for insider info, top football picks, and the latest game predictions? Then tune in for The Fine Line with Joe Wiz. Joe looks at the biggest matchups of the week. The Wiz breaks down all the games and helps turn picks into profits. That's The Fine Line with Joe Wiz this weekend.
Listen Saturdays at 10 a.m. right here on ESPN Louisville 93.9 The Ville. Presented by Bet River Sportsbook, Indiana's hometown sportsbook.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby. They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta Milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantoni's this holiday season. Milantoni's, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
With cooler temperatures approaching and those trips to and from your workout taking up valuable time, having a home gym is more important than ever. At Fitness Market, they have everything you need to start or add to your home gym. I love the Precord treadmill I've had for years from Fitness Market. Plus, having a set of dumbbells and weights allows me to get a full cardio and strength workout right at home thanks to Fitness Market. Check out their expanded showroom on the corner of Plantside Drive and Waterston Trail. They've spent the past few years loading up on strength equipment, dumbbells, kettlebells, weights, you name it. Plus, you'll find all the great brands like Spirit, Hoist, and Matrix, with Matrix's cardio equipment having all your favorite apps on their console. Everything from Facebook to YouTube to Hulu. And if you're shopping for an e-bike, Fitness Market is your e-bike headquarters with a huge selection to choose from. So go where our staff goes to find the best fitness equipment in town. Fitness Market, Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or the Superstore, Plantside Drive and Waterston Trail. Online, thefitnessmarket.com.
Light up the holidays with a personalized gift from Shane Company.
A diamond accented charm necklace with her baby's initial, because she's a new mom.
A beautiful 14-karat gold necklace personalized with her birthstone, because the world is better with her in it.
A breathtaking ruby and diamond ring engraved with the date you met, because it was meant to be.
Shane Company will help you create a gift that shows how much you care. With so many unique styles to choose from and the most beautiful diamonds and gemstones, you can create a meaningful gift. We have the highest standards for quality and craftsmanship. Whether you spend a couple $100s or many thousands, she'll know that you put your heart into her gift. Book a virtual or an in-store appointment with a non-commissioned jewelry consultant, or just drop by the store. Check our website for hours. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their...
I'm going to try to do a 7-minute Sports Center in 2 minutes. Here we go.
To the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano. The Sports Center update brought to you by UPS Jobs. Want to graduate debt-free? Check it out, upsjobsky.com. Following reports initially from SI's Pat Forty and Pete Thamel and reiterated by ESPN's Andrea Adelson, rumors circulating that U of L AD Vince Tyree may be heading to FSU and is the lead candidate for the AD position. Cam Teague of the Courier-Journal reporting that U of L will have a special athletics board meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. discussing personnel matters. As always, ESPN Louisville will keep you up to date on this ongoing story. Hoops, big roadkill for U of L men's basketball. Opening conference play in Cary, topping NC State 73-68. Malik Williams led the way with a 14-point, 11-board double-double. Post-Mac saying this game is a perfect reflection of how important the fifth-year big is to the squad's execution.
It depends on the spacing we have on the floor. It's well coached. It's well thought out. It's well drilled. So, when Malik pops and he's supposed to roll, it hurts our spacing. And, it puts other guys in a position they're not sure what to do because that's not how we practice.
Staying in hoops, number 10 U of L women. They top Belmont 80-66. Undefeated U of L volleyball advancing to the Sweet 16, facing number 16 Florida December 9th at Freedom Hall. That game tips off at 1 p.m. Football, U of L men heading to the First Responders Bowl for a first-ever matchup with Air Force December 28th. Western Kentucky fell in the Conference USA Championship game 49-41, but they head to the Boca Raton Bowl for a matchup with App State December 18th. QB Bailey Zappi of Western Kentucky 4 pass TDs away from tying Joe Burrow's all-time single-season record. Also, Western Kentucky offensive coordinator Zach Kitley, he's agreed to take the same role at Texas Tech. Number 22 UK faces number 15 Iowa in the Citrus Bowl New Year's Day, and IU QB Michael Penix, he heads into the transfer portal after 4 years with the Hoosiers. Other scores, NFL Colts shut out Texans 31-0. Ravens fall to the Steelers 2019. And St. X top Mail 31-21 for its first 6A championship since 2009.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS
Holy shit.
line 38.
I don't know how I got all that in. It was just like sex. I have no idea how it all fit, but it did.
We play a vital role in supporting our communities, and we're looking for top talent to join our team in Louisville, Kentucky. Our competitive benefits and employee perks and discounts start day one of hire. As a CDL driver for Pepsi, we guarantee you're home every night. If you're currently out of work, out of school, or looking to launch your career with the best in the beverage business, look no further than PepsiCo. We're hiring CDL Class A drivers, warehouse team members, and store merchandisers. Apply today at PepsiFrontlineCareers.com. That's PepsiFrontlineCareers.com.
Sorry. Yeah, I do think that if I'm on,
let me set this up.
Okay.
Because it'll help me get an opinion out really quick.
Okay.
I opened the show. I may have lost the general direction when I said, "Here's the thing: it had to happen." Steve, listen. When Steve is not happy with things that are going on in the world, he says to me, Maybe it has to happen. When I'm frustrated and venting to Steve about the world's ills, he says maybe it just has to happen. And I am truly taking a page out of the Steve Rummage playbook that says, not only did this have to happen, this is a good thing that is happening. Because here's the thing. What if they just smiled together and then had a meeting and we're crushing everybody behind the meeting, but we still ended up with the exact same result? Satterfield here and Vince Tyree leaving. Now we don't know anything about what's going on. We don't have any idea. We just think, or all we're left to do is speculate. Now at least we know there's obvious, we're isolating issues now, right?
Yeah.
So when I say it had to happen, now you can say, okay, what are the results? We only have a couple of scenarios, Satterfield's here or not, Tyree's here or not.
Yeah.
We know Neely Vendaputi's going to be here. So that's why you started with the nightmare scenario is it's her.
Yeah.
We know she'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we take it down a step, Vince will be here or Vince will not be here. Okay. If Vince is here with Satterfield, it's a problem.
Yeah.
If he's here without Satterfield, then okay, we're moving forward. Right?
Well, yeah, because I think here's my thing. I put myself in the shoes when I'm like, okay, what do I care about the most? Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Would you like to break in and let everybody know?
Do you want to do the Sports Center thing?
No, please do. Please do. Stop this conversation.
Because we have hell brewing right now.
Yeah.
And this is important, people.
This is going on the mixtape. Why'd you guys have to do this?
I know. Thank you.
Pete Thamel reporting that Manny Diaz is gone from Miami.
That's great.
Oh man.
Well, let's talk about that for it's 10:46. Let's talk about that for a little. So what do you think Mario Cristobal is going to do?
Oh no,
bringing him in.
Yeah. According to Nick Valvano's father, now is the only day that you can officially talk about possible job openings at the University of Miami. I was so mad at Nikki's dad for barking at Nikki on Friday.
This is a good transition into what I want to ask you based on a discussion.
Did you get yelled at?
I always get yelled at. It's fine.
Hey, y'all. Nikki's dad was mad at him because Nikki was like, well, over here on the other show, we're kind of talking about some possibilities and where the program might go with possible coaches. And his dad, bit his head off for 30 minutes straight. And I felt I needed to drive back to the studio and say, hold on. Listen, we talk about possible job openings and possible replacements every single year since I've been here at this station. Now, is today the day that you decide that we're not allowed to talk about Jeff Brom because Coach Satterfield hasn't been fired yet? And I really wanted to literally get in my car and just Nikki, go to your room. Nikki, go to your daddy. Yeah, go to your room. We're going to talk right now because there's nothing you could do in that conversation.
No, but it was mission accomplished. I had to set the fuse.
I'm glad you
I'm
said
like
that.
SEAL Team 6. Just set the fuse, get out of there.
Perfect. You did clear.
And then Angry Dad is fun radio.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, Steve.
Yeah.
Possible positive outcomes that can't be denied.
Well, that's where I was going with this. I got to be completely truthful
with the Hurricanes.
Say,
I helped.
Thank
Useful.
you. Say Satterfield was let go on Friday and Brom was hired, and then it come out Vince was leaving. With all due respect, would you care? I'm talking to you on the radio right now. Would you care? Would you
be honest?
Would you honestly be like, "Oh God, what are we gonna do? Oh God!" You would have went, "Well, hey, we do appreciate you getting Brom here, and Coach Mack, and retaining the coaches."
Would you have blamed him for not getting him the first time then? Because do you think that would have been like a reflection of?
No, I think the
or
first
do you think
time
that would
Brom
have been
stayed.
like, he tips his hat like a cowboy and goes, "I'm Vince Tyree, go where I'm needed," and he just leaves.
Perfect.
After he's like,
dismount.
I got you, your man.
That was the perfect dismount.
Thank you, Vince, because
you held the fort down. And here's the thing again. You came here and took the job in an uncomfortable way.
Yeah.
And if you left like that, we'll say, "Whew, we got through that transition."
Yeah. And the text line's kind of coming across like, no. And that's no disrespect to Vince. Here's the thing. 4 days ago,
Because
me and Marcus
we knew
were
it was a
talking
good job.
face to face with Vince Tyree.
Right.
So I'm not, it's
And
like,
again, listen, when he got hired, we said, this job, you go get Mac. You can go get sound of Steve saying, Vince is here. You go get Mac or what, new guy. You get him. You get the guy that people want. You get out of the way. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? With the buildings or whatever. It's a simple job. Just and the explanation I was always using was just keep the car on the road. We have the fan base.
Yeah.
We have the facilities. We have everything. It's going to be harder.
Old sir, baby.
Yeah, it's going to be harder for you to screw up this job than it is to do it. Now, that's oversimplifying. And I'm sure he's listening like, you don't realize how hard this job is. And
Sure.
And listen, props to the way you navigated COVID and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah.
Like, yes. But my point in saying that is there are some positives to him leaving, which are financial. And if the right, let me repeat this. If the right hire is made, I believe there's an opportunity to get some big time money people, some whose names are on the buildings. I'm obviously not talking about Papa John. Like, let's just clear that up. I know his name's not on the building anymore, but
you're not ready to make amends?
I don't care. I just need money. Look, that's up to
me.
That's up to y'all. I
Cards take the field at
Yeah.
Pornhub Stadium.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not real worried about
he
that.
was referring to if my delegation would be okay with Papa John's coming
Yeah,
back.
I'm like, hey, that's a decision y'all have to come together and make. Me, I need his money. But it was like, but here's the thing.
Shaq too.
Yeah, right.
Look, Shaq Shaq got over it. Maybe I can too.
Yeah, Shaq all
So
of a
did
sudden.
every other minority in that
Yeah.
first commercial they ever made.
Yeah, right.
It just was like, I was like, I don't even know what that guy is,
Right.
but
It's like, this is too much, guys. But here's the thing. I think there are positives in that aspect that I think you can get guys back if the right hire is made. Let me repeat that. But the whole point is people aren't, and this is why I'm not letting the football thing off the hook. People aren't freaking out today because Vince Tyree's going to FSU. They're freaking out because the football team. Like, that's a perfect. There's a trash bag slowly being blowed down the sidewalk.
And listen, if y'all are watching the YouTube channel,
That was the saddest
I
thing.
hope you saw it. It looked like tumbleweed.
It was a trash bag.
It was a tumbleweed trash bag.
A black trash, and it's coming back. It's coming back. Look, it's just a trash bag laying right
in front of our studio.
I don't know. Maybe that's about us. I don't know. Maybe that's God sending a sign. Like, just let me lay this trash bag right in front of them. Just so. Anyways,
is God a BBN fan?
Trash Carolina.
Yes.
Y'all
yes.
trash.
You can't convince me God does not cheer for Kentucky at this point.
Blue gets in.
Yeah, you cannot.
We all
convince
just go
me.
up there and he's wearing it.
Yes, you cannot
Wearing a
convince me of
Patrick
that.
Parks jersey.
So it's like, it's like, but do you get what I'm saying with that? I think if Braun was, say Braun was here and
or the devil,
yes, well, maybe so. Let's, you know what, to
or the devil.
Okay, to the Satanists, let's give you credit today. Maybe you win. I don't.
Other group of the day.
At this point,
Yay.
I don't even know. Okay,
but like you said,
I'm going to take my chances.
There are positives
on this side.
There are positives. Your money would take a jump. In your opinion, money would take a jump.
I think. Well, I think it has the potential.
You would have. There's a moment here. There's a window. There's still a big window of opportunity. Would you agree, Steve? This fan base has not been this united since you and I have been on radio to say Satterfield needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
This is the Nick
and no,
but this is the question. Don't easy.
Wait,
don't kill me.
Who are you going to talk to hypothetically?
I was going to say hypothetically. No, when I say united,
don't forget.
If you are one of the few thousand that say, "Well, I don't want him," you're wrong. United is a majority of this fan base because you'll get that. You'll get that tweet. You'll get that text.
Because
you'll get that
again. People, we're not making this up. 5,000 emails, 5,000 calls, 5,000 DMs, 5,000 streaming comments. Every piece of empirical data that we have access to, it's a 91.764%. Yeah, Satterfield got to go.
But is it? That's what was like the discussion in the back. Like someone threw around the number 90, and I still think that it's closer to 65. I mean, look, you have to understand. Okay. I had Dad chew my head off when I brought it up. We've had Eric Crawford come on. We've had Scotty D come on. We've had Pete Futek come on. I mean, they might not be the fans, but they're still respected voices, and I feel like they're in touch with. I feel like it's a majority. Listen, I just don't know if it's 90.
I feel like Steve and myself, in the most non-humble way possible, I think Steve and myself have a best fan base pulse of anybody.
I mean, I think you guys do too, and I'm not I'm not trying to take anything away from.
I'm not saying the people you named don't. I'm just saying I'd put our touch with the fan base up against anybody.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
And okay, so what if we say 90 and they say 65?
It's still a majority.
We're still meeting at 7. Okay,
but then is it the most united it's ever been? Like I'm playing kind of devil's advocate.
I know what you're saying, and I'm telling you, this is more united than the MAC. This is more united. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
MAC has Satterfield has to go is more united.
I was going to push back on that, but then I remember on the producer saying that I like MAC, but I want Shaka. So that's fair. Yeah, and Chris Beard and okay, right, like I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Right. We were nightmare like get Chris Beard, but keep him away from Kentucky. We were willing to sacrifice Chris Beard to just keep him away from Kentucky. Really? I'll take Mac if Beard, like we were making deals with the sports gods and everything. We have been on this radio through a lot of. I'm sorry. It's
been hell.
But would you say it's still the most united?
Oh yeah, no, yes.
The most majority.
Yeah, I think that this
opinion
is one of the only thing comparable to this was when when Cragthorpe had to go. I think that's the last thing. They weren't united on Rick should go. They, when that happened. Yep. Of course, they really didn't have a say-so in that.
So weren't united on Tom.
Yeah, weren't united on Tom. They had to go. I don't think it was overly united on Mac. And I really, truthfully, to be honest with you, I still don't think it really is. Right. I think that one has just kind of, and Coach, I love you. I know you listen. So look, might be sitting with him. Is it tonight? We might be sitting with him tonight. But the thing is,
sweet tea is all around.
No. I'll take care of it. So, but you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I think the groundswell is not majority on Mac.
Right.
I think it's more than you realize.
I think the suspension brought some people over.
I do.
The suspension helped.
I love Coach. I think Coach Max, I'm perfectly fine with that. With the cloud hanging over his head with what he's done.
I know.
I'm not getting into that conversation.
Yeah, I always have to remind
I'm good. I'm good with Mac being the long-term guy here. Like for, look, six years down the road.
You got to learn. Okay.
Look, 6 years down the road or miss the tournament this year. Whatever comes first.
Listen, again, I made no.
And like I said, kiss my whole rear end. I'm gonna look this dude right in the face. So if you're like, look, when you're on Twitter, jumping at, that's why I don't even tweet anymore. Did you know that, Nick? I don't even tweet anymore.
I have noticed.
I'm done tweeting.
No. Physically, he made an official announcement.
I'm not tweeting.
I didn't see that.
I will like and retweet from here on out. I'm not tweeting because I'm like, dude, I have to look these people in the face. Like, you think I'm just saying this stuff? But the other part was, it is my fault too, because I'm just really emotional. And this weekend made me go, I'm just reacting to things, and I don't know. I need to make a more formulated opinion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dana, fire away.
What's going on, guys?
Nothing.
That seems to be the general.
Sorry, Dana. Nothing, Dana. What do you want? Sorry.
Okay, so let me go ahead and make my point as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I know me and Marcus talked at length what was it, Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
Steve, the scenario you presented earlier was probably the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. And
You're
I
good.
love it because had Ron been hired and Vince Tyree went ahead and walked off, I think if you were to measure it on the size of seismic events on a scale, one being a gnat hitting your windshield and the other one being a comet hitting the earth, I'm pretty sure it would have been the gnat hitting the windshield.
Absolutely.
Because
I do agree with that.
Don't think anybody in this city with maybe a handful of detractors would have had a single problem with it. But having said that, the biggest question I have is, what are we going to do as far as the organizational problems that we apparently have up at the top? Because without that, like you said earlier, Steve, we're not even in this situation. It seems like there's a lot of passing the buck, a lot of pointing this way, that way, so on and so forth. When are we going to get organized? When are we going to get out of our own damn way?
You won't find out. I appreciate the call, Dana. You won't find out the next move until you find out what move is being done right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
and we'll find out what's happening at 5, because even what's happening at 5 is, I mean, we believe we know, but it's still what else? What other tentacles are going to come off of it?
Last one before we get to the break. Who is that?
Brandon.
Brandon, fire away. Brandon. Brandon, fire away.
All right. I just don't know why this whole coaching thing has to be this hard. I feel like if Cincinnati can do what they're doing, then Louisville should be able to do what we want to as far as hiring a coach without so much. I don't know. I feel like the fan base is being torn apart, but don't you feel like with what Louisville's done in the past 10 years, 15 years, with some of the successes, that we should be able to handle this situation a little bit easier?
Yes, that's why everybody's so upset, because we should be able to handle it. I appreciate that call. Last quick call. Got to be fast. Jonathan, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Guys, first of all, I want to thank Steve for Friday night, because he spoke for a lot of Cardinal fans who go to games with their dads and go to games with their granddads. That passion that came out of all of us. And we would, first of all, Steve, appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Getting that deep, because you spoke for a lot of us. My question to you guys is, I've seen a lot of recruiting pictures this weekend. And the thing that I have been told by Vince is, I like his new direction. I like his ideas. I like Brian Brown, man. He's a good guy. I don't want to see him in these pictures. So my question to you guys is, what are we doing as far as if there's a new beginning with this thing? Brian Brown can't be it.
Well, Jonathan, he's not going nowhere.
Could he possibly be like the Court Dennison position, like linebacker coach? Well, he cannot be the defensive coordinator. Yeah. We all know that. Yeah.
Well,
and now that Manny Diaz has been fired, do we go after him? I just want to sit back again, Steve. Thank you for what you did. Marcus, love you. Just want to take you guys offline.
Jonathan, I do appreciate the call. Steve has a list of big time transfers that Louisville's in on. He's going to give you that list.
You can kiss
on
mine.
the next hour. Middays with Marcus Maven, rolling wrong on 93.9 The Ville.
ULCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
Reward yourself or someone you love this holiday season with a stunning Rolex timepiece from Genesis Diamonds. All new for Christmas 2021, Genesis now has the largest selection of pre-owned Rolex watches you've ever seen. Literally hundreds to choose from. Over the past several months, Genesis buyers have scoured the country and handpicked this spectacular collection of flawless pre-owned Rolex watches. All the most popular hard-to-find models: Submariners, Batmans, Sea Dwellers, Pepsis, Datejust, Daytonas, men's and ladies' timepieces in pristine condition. Every Genesis luxury pre-owned Rolex watch is priced to sell this Christmas, easily competing with any in-store or online retailer. So if you've dreamed of owning the premium name in timepieces, or if you're looking for the ultimate gift for someone special, you must see Genesis luxury pre-owned Rolex collection today. We have the watches no one else does. Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
I'm Doug Ball, owner of Great Balls of Fire. We're a local, family-owned fireplace store with over 20 years in service. If you need your Menneson gas logs cleaned and serviced, Vicky, my wife, Michael, my son, or Steve, my brother, can make them look new.
Not sure I can find it.
Gas log, my son-in-law John and his crew can do the entire job. Like I said, Great Balls of Fire is a family-owned business. Great Balls of Fire is located on Hirschberg Parkway next to Shoe Carnival and across from Sam's Swope. Online at gbafire.com.
So we want to do that. Want to give a shout out to Four Pegs holiday season. You're going to be running around doing a lot of shopping. You're running around taking care of business. It is a perfect time. Listen, when the chili starts coming out and the winter grub that Four Pegs provides for you, make sure you take some time. 1053, like shoot by, punch it in your phone. 1053 Goss Avenue. Check out Four Pegs as soon as you can. Also, Derek A. Stewart, one of our official day ones, just wants to definitely send his shout outs and listen, he has it rolling. So for all your realtor needs, make sure you look at Derek A. Stewart. Now, Steve, you got anything you want to throw in here?
No, I'll get something later.
Well, our phone line looks like they're excited to join the show.
DJ,
today.
He's all the way in Texas.
DJ from Texas, fire away, my man.
What's up, guys? What's up? Hey, first of all, y'all look out for that package I sent to you, and there you go with that.
Boom, appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, no problem with that. No problem with that at all. Y'all know football's gonna be in Texas, so you know where I'm gonna be at. I'll be in Dallas. I'm gonna try to find out the itinerary for the guys and stuff, and try to meet them up there anyway. Also, hey, the volleyball team. Shout out to the women's volleyball team, man. I mean, you just cannot give the girls enough love. So shout out to them. And one more thing I'm gonna say. I don't know if I can do it on there, so y'all might have to bleep me. But if there are any veterans listening to the show, go to vettix.com for free, pretty much everything. And they got tickets to the bowl games at Vettix.
Vet, can you spell that? Vettix.com, Tix? Vettix.
Vettix.com.
Okay.
Just go on there and register, and pretty much you get tickets for anything. And they got tickets to the bowl games at Dallas. Just want to put that out there and try to pass that information on as much as possible and to as many people as possible. But, you know, we need to feel safe. That's all I'm saying.
DJ, I do appreciate that. Vettix.com. Veterans receive tickets to sports events. This is what I want to do before I catch this phone call. Who is this?
Paul.
Okay. I was wondering if it was a hall that we may be familiar with.
Not that one.
Okay, so here's the thing. I mean, you would just think after Minnesota got their ass kicked up and down the field all day long that a certain hall might have called in today and talked about it. But
he's aggressively walking dogs.
That's neither here nor there. I want to say this. After I take the hall call, what I'm going to do is we're going to talk a little basketball, but the conversation is still open to structure moving forward. What do you prefer to see? What's your biggest worry? Like I said, I won't mind jumping back and forth out of the conversation. It's just that this basketball season, I'm not wishing away and talking away not one of my games because y'all don't know what to do with y'all AD and president of football team. I'm basketball. Hall, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
You guys are cracking me up. I wanted to ask one question. I wanted to know if everybody, after the Syracuse and Duke win, and we thrashed them, and we were favored by 3, that anyone felt this way. They didn't. So everyone wants to fire him because we got beat down by UK. I get it. But I don't feel this way. I feel like Satterfield is the pipe, beard, turtleneck guy. After the girl in the movie gets scorned by the bad boy, you get the pipe, turtleneck, beard guy. Well, he's going to be there until we get Braun.
Okay, let me
wait.
Oh, hold on. Piped beard, turtleneck
guy. You know the guy.
No, wait. No, I know
him.
I know exactly. Wait a minute. Hall, Hall, relax.
You're good.
I know the guy you're talking about. She's scorned.
Yeah, I know you do.
She's scorned off the bad boy.
Correct.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. How long is it going to take before the next bad boy? No.
I don't know.
How long is it going to take before the
turtleneck bad boy?
How long is he knew there was a flaw in his logic. Cuz that girl who likes bad boys and she spends 1 week with turtleneck guy, guess where she'll be on next Saturday? Not with turtleneck beard guy. She'll be out on the back of the next bad boy Harley motorcycle, trying her luck again.
And I disagree. I disagree with him because that's not the case. We were, me and Nick sat right in here and we were like, well, before the Kentucky game, remember me and Nick said that we said
game on.
He can beat Duke, or he beat Duke. And if he beats Kentucky and then plays well in the bowl game, I think there's a chance to kind of, I use the word consummate this marriage. So I disagree with what he's saying.
Right.
I don't think everybody was like, all right,
listen,
we're
because
good.
you didn't cut him off, I didn't cut him off.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, hey, no, we said there's an opportunity to win everybody back after the Duke and Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? When we came in, we said game on, Hall.
Mm-hmm.
We said game on. Game on means we're here to have the competition. So, yeah, with that being said, well, I guess we will try to take these calls before we blatantly move on to the next subject. And I really want to at least do a Here Comes the Boom / 8-bit something else. Just I feel like we owe a debt to the volleyball team and the basketball team. But let me get this caller. Jason, thanks for joining us at 93.9. What's on your mind?
Is it Jason? Hello?
Yep, Jason.
That's you.
Hey, sorry guys, I caught you real late on.
Jason, are you calling from Kroger?
Yes, sir. How are you, man?
I'm good.
To see you this weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, man. I'm tuning in late today, so if y'all have already talked about this, plus me, okay.
Oh, you're fine.
But obviously, we know basketball, football pay for, all the other sports that don't produce money. I would say baseball probably doesn't make enough money at the University of Louisville to exist without the funding from basketball and football. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's got to be a board of directors. I'm hoping maybe somebody straightens this whole mess out with putting, the right people in place that we can get back on our feet because, like we had spoke last week about the attendance for the upcoming football season. It's not looking good. If they're not making money, how do they fund the other sporting, volleyball, baseball, golf? How does this happen, without putting the right people in place? I mean, I just want to see what you all think. Is it time for a new president? In 2 hours from now, they're going to say Vince is the new AD at Florida State. What's next? Are we going to sink the basketball program next? Is that what's happening? So I'm going to hang up and get y'all's opinion on that.
Jason, I appreciate the call. Jason just hit you with all the worst cases. Yeah, we need a new president. They can't make enough money. So that means you're going to have to shut down all the other programs and sports, and Tyree's going to be at FSU.
I know. I'm like, wow.
Listen, you would almost think that was like Joel on the phone. Joel, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
That's dirty.
Man,
You did him. You did him dirty.
So,
what's going on, Joel?
Hey, man, I've had a busy weekend, so I was kind of in and out of all this stuff. But to me, and maybe you guys addressed this already, but, I met Vince Tyree one time when Louisville was down here in the Gator Bowl. And I think he was still even the interim then. I don't even think he was permanent yet. But I guess everything that I've heard about the guy and things that people have talked about in regards to him, what makes no sense to me is that the whole Braun thing just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the FSU thing makes no sense, but the Braun thing doesn't either, just because everything I've heard about Vince being a business guy, he knows how to, operate a big corporation, which is basically what a Power 5 athletic program is.
Mm-hmm.
And very physical, responsible. I get that. But he knows that the fan base, like I told you last week, these guys know the temperature of the fan base. I don't care. You can tell me, they don't listen to radio or they don't hear what's going on. They're kind of baloney. They know the temperature of the fan base. And from everything I've heard from Vince, there's no way, and maybe I'm wrong, I could definitely be wrong, but there's no way that this guy didn't realize he could bring Braum in and the fan base would be ecstatic, reunited.
What do you feel about Neely Bendapudi, having never met her in person?
I mean, to me, I'm sitting from way afar, but I thought she seemed to be pretty solid. Now, again, based on what we had prior and everything that happened there, and then, I've seen her out and about and things like that. It doesn't make any sense, like you guys have talked about. This lady would be in a room having all this direct impact on athletic decisions.
So do you think she was in the room having direct impact on athletic decisions?
You know what, Marcus, my biggest thing is maybe I had no idea who Vince Tyree was. So I don't know, because to me, there's no way in the world I could have seen Vince, stepping down in, a year or whatever, saying, hey, I did my duty. I got Louisville back on track. I'm going back to business and go that route. The fact that I never in a million years, to be honest with you, thought this guy would be leaving to take another athletic director job. So being that's the case, it almost makes me think like maybe I had no idea who this guy was at all, because that's how I feel. That's baffling to me. You you're in that room, let's say Marcus with Scott on Friday or whatever, and you're sitting there saying, what, I have all this confidence in you. We're going to bring you back. You're my guy, whatever you're saying there. And then an hour later, it leaks out. You're interested in the FSU job. Like, what did he tell Scott? Because everything he said that he was upset about with Scott Satterfield with the South Carolina thing, the guy basically did the same thing. So there's some murkiness obviously there that I have no idea. I'll leave it at this. I'll answer what you said, Steve. If Vince Tyree left today at noon, would I really care? No. I mean, Tom Jurich, when he left, that hit me. Vince Tyree walked out today at noon. I'm not going to be devastated. What I'm going to be upset about is he's walking out, leaving us with the coach that nobody wants, knowing he could have re-energized this program, football-wise, fan base, everything else, and then you go to our rival? You tell me how that adds up anywhere, because none of that makes sense at all. And if you're going to come out and not talk to the fans, which they haven't, this week Friday afternoon or Friday at 5, he hasn't come out. Nobody's come out and said anything other than Ben DePuty. And Marcus, I agree with you 150%. The statement Ben DePuty put out there, you're not going to put that out there because everybody can go back and go right back to that statement. If he puts that out there in public knowledge now, you saying I don't have any influence on athletic decisions, that's up to the AD, etc. I don't think he would put that out there if that wasn't true. I really just don't believe that coming from a university president. So if that's the case, then you know what? Dino might have been right, dude. Vince is a toad. I don't know what else to say. But the bottom line is the fan base needs to be spoken to. And I said this the other night with Ennis. Dude, at the end of the day, the Louisville fans, absolutely 1,000,000%, just do not deserve this. It's one of the best fan bases, and you guys know I'm down here. I'm by Gators, I'm by Seminoles, I've been around the country in different fans. Louisville's got some of the most diehard, great fans that you're ever going to come across. And at the end of the day, this fan base does not deserve the way these people have treated the fans, dude. It's a disgrace. And at the end, and the last thing I'll say, and I've said this a million times already, right, rambling. If you're going to de-emphasize it, Louisville athletics, then you need to just come out and say it, and I can go on my own merry way. Because what you're doing is you're leaving all of us in the freaking pickle because we don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what to believe in. I mean, I used to be so diehard. Everything that's happened, it's like I don't know what to do. I'm almost like baffled, like the rest of the fan base, and we just don't deserve it, man. That's my thoughts.
Joe, I do appreciate the call. Every 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Let me move along. Who do we got? Dave, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Marcus, what's going on?
Nothing much at all.
Much. Yeah, I hear that. There's something going on, but there's nothing going on.
Right.
My whole take with Tyree is Tyree's got a lot of roots in the community. Obviously, his dad played basketball here. You got to be a special kind of dedicated, I guess, to take this job in the first place after what happened with Tom, with Pitino. And I've heard this said a few times, and I agree with it. Tyree is an incredibly smart businessman. He understands how finances work. He understands how operations work. He's great for that. And I think he's a great athletic director. If he's even considering leaving to go to Florida State, it's not because of Scott Satterfield. It's not because of the fan base. It's because of the president who's running our university. I don't think she has any concern for athletics. I think she has her own personal goals and objectives to reach. And it sounds to me like she's the one running the athletic program. And I'm a Washington Redskins fan. I know I'm not supposed to say Redskins anymore, but I just remember, that's owned by Dan Snyder. Every coach that has come down, and you can ask Jay Gruden the same question, you don't get to make decisions if he's running the show. And that's what this sounds like with Ben DePuty. I think, even though she says she's comfortable with him making decisions, I don't think she's comfortable with him making decisions. And that's what this sounds like.
Why do you think that's the case?
I don't think Tyree has any reason to leave Louisville unless his hands are tied. That's just what this reeks of.
I'll say this, Dave. We appreciate the call, man. I will say that there is a little bit in that brain, in my brain, that is saying that as well. I don't know. I feel like Sid Vicious. I've got half the brain that you do. You remember that name?
Is that the one where he thought it was live and it wasn't?
No. This is the one. He was out there and he told Nash Hall. He was like, "You're half the man that I am."
Oh yeah.
And I've got half the brain that you do. And they're like, yeah.
You made that reference.
So no, but I don't think Vince, if I'm playing both sides here, which we are, I don't know why Vince just would leave for no reason.
But I will say this to play the other side of that conversation. Guy who says I shouldn't say that name and then says that name and just says, well, I don't think Vince, would have any reason to lie. But I do think Neely Bendapudi would be having her hands all over the athletic department. I can make the same thing. Like,
well, somebody's lying.
Yeah, that's
we
what
will agree
that's
with
the
that.
point. That's the point. Like if I'm a Neely Bendapudi defender,
Sure.
I'll say, so you think that because he has roots here, that he's more susceptible to lying or not lying, and because I'm from Kansas here, to do a job, I have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And, and I would say, hey, you're not being fair to me. I made my statement, you know? So yeah, like you said, at the end of the day, we're going to say one of y'all is lying.
Yeah.
And we need meetings like this and moments like this to find out. Is that another call that we should take, Nikki?
Who do we got there?
Or we should hit the break?
Help us out, Nick.
You just hanging out.
Or don't. I don't.
Is that anybody want to talk to? We don't have a name or anything. Can you give us a name?
Oh boy.
Just ask them to introduce
themselves. Boy,
themselves.
Nick's really crapping the bed. Okay, you wrote Steve and Ace.
Which one is it?
Hey, just talk, man. I completely forgot.
Stace, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away. Stace, you there?
Hello, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, Will. But anyway.
Oh
okay.
my
God.
Is your name Will?
Yeah. Is that all right?
Jesus Christ.
Nick wrote Steve or Ace.
It's on the screen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's on there now.
Sorry, Will.
Okay.
No, Will's a great
I'll
name.
take
Yeah.
I'll take
Will.
Ace. That's cool. But you guys are the first guys on your network, your station, to come clean with, because everybody's trashing the president. Which, hey, it could come out that she's not being truthful. I don't know, but at least you stood up, Marcus, and said, "Look, and okay, now if he takes the job in Florida, he can just come out and set the record straight. Said, look, my hands were tied. He's a man. Be a man. First of all, I'm glad he's out of here. He started the mess anyway with hiring Satterfield. And I hate when people say Sat, because you don't deserve a nickname if you don't win. Quit with the nicknames. You give. Okay, anyway. So, but guess what? You know who I want him to take? Let him take Mac with him. They say he's going to poach Mac. Nobody's looking for Mac. Who the heck's going to hire Mac? Give me a break. And I know you guys kind of open on him. And this win with North Carolina State, they're not even ranked. Where we get off that Louisville had this great win? Come on, guys. You know what? Take them all. Get them all out of here. Take them all to Florida State. Not Bendapudi, but everyone down. Take them all out of here as far as I'm concerned.
Will, I appreciate the call.
I agree.
But
that's a good spot for a break.
I will say, I'll say this, Will.
I feel like I made him mad by forgetting it.
I heard that call, and you know when that call was? When you just, this Tom George guy and this Rick guy is not even recruiting the same way he used to. And you know what? Get them all out of here. Just clean the house. I'm glad. Look, I'm not a fan of Bevan, but I'm glad he's cleaning the whole house. This is your world. Middays with Marcus Bevan on 939 The Ville.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special. At Kroger, we've got a huge selection of high-quality meats on top of fresh, natural produce, like fresh, never-frozen prime-grade beef and our Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts, or delicious king crab legs with our private selection gourmet potatoes. Whew, had to say that doubly fast. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
There's nothing like a crisp, juicy apple. And now you can take home Honeycrisp apples for just $1.27 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
It's the 12 days of Christmas at Genesis Diamonds with the best gift ever, 5 years, 0 interest financing. That's right. For the first 12 days of December, you get the unbeatable Genesis value price, plus 0 interest financing for 5 years with nothing down. Shop early for Christmas and get that $5,000 pair of diamond stud earrings for just $84 a month, or that $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month. Our showcases are stocked with the best holiday gifts, rings, earrings, pendants, bands, colored gemstone jewelry, unique handcrafted one-of-a-kind gifts that are sure to be the headliner gift at your house this Christmas. And now through December 12th, everything's affordable with 5 years, 0 interest financing. How about splurging on a $10,000 tennis bracelet and paying just $167 a month? Don't miss this special finance offer now through December 12th. Merry Christmas from Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza. On approved credit, see store for details.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
If you hear basketball is bouncing, that must be the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18-month special financing along with a 10-year parts and labor warranty when you buy a complete Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Hey guys, Nicky V here. It's getting cold outside, so now's as good a time as any to warm up the holidays with some delicious Italian food. Milantoni's, baby! They have a $5.99 lunch special every day from 12 to 2 with such favorites as manicotti as well as lasagna. Stop by later, starting at 4:30 for dinner, and try such Valvano family favorites as the chicken cacciatore, penny vodka, or pasta Milantoni. And don't forget to try the cannolis. Hey, Fridays they have live music, so hey, you've been good this year, right? Make a night of it. Get a little vino, too, and treat yourself to some Milantoni's this holiday season. Milantoni's, 1600 South Hurstbourne Parkway. How you doing?
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
At Coca-Cola Consolidated, we are your local bottler and a place where you can start your career. Our purpose is to serve others and to pursue excellence every day. We offer great rewards, competitive pay. Full-time teammates are eligible for paid training, paid time off, 401k, medical, dental, and vision insurance. Refresh your career today at Coca-Cola Consolidated as a merchandiser or warehouse handler. Join us at Coca-Cola Consolidated's hiring event on Tuesday, December 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Jeffersonville, Indiana, or apply today at CokeConsolidated.com.
Cross dive on that floor the way he did, the way, you know what I'm saying, like the way he crashed and just disregarded his body and got rewarded with big buckets.
Oh man,
it was just the
they
best.
were down 4 with 2 minutes left. They found a way to win that game. This team's getting better. There is Coach Mack now. Coach Mack has 2 weeks with this team with just DePaul and Southeast Louisiana. I think he's finally going to get to have a, if you'll allow me, to boot camp-ish, like December boot camp with them. I think you're going to see a jump in them.
Mean, listen, to watch L. Ellis come off that Michigan and still be himself, you know, like he didn't come out there trying to duplicate his Michigan State performance. Yeah. You know, had I think he had 1 charge, and it's just like, that's L. Ellis. You're going to get that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, like watching him step in, watching him play team ball, Mason Faulkner had a reason to punt. Like it wasn't going good for him, but he was fighting through his mistakes.
He got a bucket, got a big bucket that we needed.
Left hand drive. You know, I liked Jared West. Okay, here's the thing. Coach Mack talks about. I believe Nikki had the Coach Mack presser statement where he was talking about Malik and his spacing. And again, like they're talking about drill worker spacing, and everybody, you know, is mad about the guys going around the perimeter and lack of motion, but this spacing is the setup to start getting guys attacking from other positions. Jared West, if you noticed, he wasn't going all the way to the basket, but he was probing the defense. You know, he was going, you know, he was getting a lot closer to the basket, getting paint touches. So now when you start getting,
essentially Jared West is Nick.
Hit that, Mac, please.
It depends on the spacing we have on the floor. It's well coached. It's well thought out. It's well drilled. So, when Malik pops and he's supposed to roll, it hurts our spacing. And, it puts other guys in a position they're not sure what to do because that's not how we practice. And I know he wants to get out to the three-point line from time to time, and I want him to do that. He can bring centers away. But, we also need him, again, to do the things I just described about Gabe. And Malik is very willing. It's 90-10, 80-20 sometimes, but, we're getting there. And, you also have to account for the fact he hasn't played in a year and a half.
Yeah. Got to get Malik rolling. When he rolls, he got to commit to rolling to the basket. He had a lot of opportunities where he could have went to the basket and got fouled, So Coach Mack is kind of calling out that, listen, we understand his three-pointer is valuable, but also, rolling to the basket, with the spaces there, you have, we're designed to have these one-on-one opportunities, all that good stuff. So you could see growth per play. Again, the Jalen Withers.
Thought L was good again.
Yeah. That's what I'm just saying.
Was you? I wasn't listening.
Obviously. Brian. I just finished saying L. Ellis out of the Michigan State game.
Yeah, yes, Brian's university was burning before his very eyes every day. I'm sorry.
So you're excusable, Brian, moment today.
Yeah.
West End Wayne, thanks for
That
joining
was good.
us.
Good point.
Yeah. 93.9. Fire away, West End Wayne.
What's up, Marcus?
What's up?
What's up, Steve?
What's going on?
It's not great.
Yeah, it's awesome. What's going on, Wayne?
Yeah, you're great, man. You're breathing above ground. You're great. You're great. But listen to me. Anybody that would call in and say North Carolina State's not a big win is obviously doesn't know anything about basketball. So I guess you could say Mississippi.
Oh no! Every win loses its value by 80% the moment we win. The moment the moment the score is final.
That's what I'm saying, man. All this is a resume for March, and we know what happened last year. But back to the debacle, as I call it, that's going on. Guys, however the outcome comes, it's an embarrassment for our university, man, to be going through this on top of everything in the past. It's not a good look, man. So the way I look at it is whoever's involved, whichever it may be, I'm just hoping that it unveils something that was underneath that's been going on for a while. And I'll leave it at that. I think you can read between the lines of what I'm trying to say there. I do want Ron to come to Louisville. I think eventually he is going to be the coach. And as far as the money being available, it's there. It's there. If Vince is done, if it turns out to be Vince, then Vince was a toad all along, and so be it. Go on. If Neely is the one, then we'll probably have to tear them both down and start with something new from both. But either way, I think it's going to outcome the sports program to its advantage in the long term. It looks bad, but I think in long term it will work out in the fans' favor.
Right.
As always, guys, keep up the good work, man, and go Cards.
Definitely. I do appreciate that call. No, I appreciate the call. I'm just cleaning up the basketball conversation. I mean, we still can do grades, or we can kind of move forward.
Yeah, I don't want.
I'm talking about next next show we have. I'm not in the
sorry.
mood to grade anybody.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to grade them. Jalen was bad again.
Sam
got 3 minutes. He's obviously not in the good graces of.
Sam got 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's obviously not doing something that is pleasing to the eyes of Chris Maddock.
Sidney Curry.
Not played yet under Maddock. I mean, I think he's saying some things to watch. Gabe Wisnich got a lot of run.
Okay, let me run my theory by you real quick on the basketball. This is our last basketball conversation theory, because I'm not going to sit in here and rehash everything we talked about, because we're all on the clock until 5 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Okay, Coach Mack. He is not happy with off-season. He is not happy with off-season effort. he is great. He is playing based on the confidence and in the people he felt put in the work in the offseason.
Well, I think
he's holding Curry responsible for not coming in shape right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a possibility because I mean, you got to think Coach Mack left at a certain time, but Coach Mack played Curry in the
beginning.
Yeah, when Coach Mack was there.
Okay, so my theory is,
yeah, I mean,
sucks.
Right, but I mean,
fine.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't suck.
No,
but,
I was just coming up with a reason. Like, what's the? Again, I know when everybody says when you're up 18. Everybody sitting in the stand, you got to get JJ in. You got to get this guy in. And these are people who don't realize 18 turns to 7 points so fast, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
An 18-point lead, 2 mistakes out of a player who you don't have confidence in gets a run started going the other way.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's a 4-point game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just 18. Now it's 4.
Yeah.
Because I thought I could steal some minutes with.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's things that need to go out, but I mean, you remember they played. He come back on Monday. They played on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
They played again on Saturday,
So
and
short.
now.
So his game plans have been game plans, player specific.
I think that he come back and said, "Look, I'm trying to get a couple wins here, and let's see what we can do. 1-1. I think it's a good split." A couple people on the text line too. Let me say this. The people have asked like about Josh Hurd, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of holding off on that conversation for now and what I think about that and who he is and stuff until we hear some things. Because at this point, and this is one of the reasons, this is one of my Twitter things. Well, I don't do that. Real, I'm done with that for a while, and I don't know, maybe forever. But it's like, okay, I could go hard on him, and then come to find out he's not even being talked about over there,
right.
you know? So it's like, that's kind of why I think we're kind of like not really having that conversation today. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow it might be it's likely that will be a very much a conversation tomorrow when we come on the air. But right now I just,
so you don't want to have any expectations for tonight.
Well, I think you're going to have the meeting tonight, and then there's a EULA meeting or a another board meeting or something.
I could be totally wrong. I think the athletics boards of EULA, I guess, would be tomorrow at 9.
Yeah,
and then there's another one this evening. I want to say that's the board of trustees.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
the
board
board
of
of
trustees.
So to
Yeah,
me,
okay.
that lines up as okay. He's going tonight. Tomorrow, we're hiring an interim, and I think it will be an interim.
The board of trustees meeting notes are just so interesting, y'all.
Welcome to our life.
But wasn't Tyre? I mean, you can't just brush off an interim because wasn't he the interim and then became the actual?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I mean, and he wasn't when he came in. It wasn't like
No,
oh,
no. I'm not brushing off the
Tyre.
interim.
No, I'm not saying you.
I just don't think there will be like a naming a full athletic director, you know. But I mean,
but it's something
you never
that
know.
we should keep an eye on. Because
Sure.
This mother trucker could get the job.
Absolutely.
Play some music.
I think we got one more. You want to get this?
Yeah,
guy
I
last
got one
on?
more, but I also want to mention Mill and
Oh,
Tony
yes.
Monday. It's Mill and Tony Monday. We're going to start doing this. They're open 12 to 2 every day for lunch, but it's a little difficult to get food in here. So what we're going to do instead is my friend Diana there is going to give a $25 gift card on Mondays to the text of the day. And I'll let you guys have the discretion.
Well,
the text
Mill
of
and-
the day. You just reply on there to come by the
Listen,
studio.
I don't
And
know. Like you work with some unselfish people because a $25 gift card.
I mean, it goes a long way. They have a 12
I
to 2,
guarantee it.
$5.99 lunch special.
Just to have
Lasagna,
just to have a
manicotti.
good text.
Well, yeah, but it's the best text. It's the text of the day.
I'm gonna be harsh on that. I'm gonna be a harsh grader.
That's what I'm saying. So, I trust your guys' judgment. Just tell them in the message to email me.
I think
And
I have
then-
one right here,
And
actually.
then, and then
We-
we'll do the damn thing. And I also asked that they take a photo. If you go for dinner, some vino. They got music on Fridays. Get the ravioli grandioli. It's gorgeous. Take a photo of that. Be a basic white girl and put it on Twitter.
Can we do that Tuesday then instead of starting it today? Because I don't want Steve to scramble to get to the best text necessarily.
I mean, I got one here.
Or do you want to do it? I mean, yeah, I just don't want to. You know, I want to give a full day of show to.
Well, he told us before the show, so I've been keeping my eye on
Okay,
it.
fair enough.
Yeah. But we didn't announce it but that's fine. Now you guys know.
1600 South Earthbourne Parkway. They got live music, a little vino, 12 to 2 lunch, $5.99. Then they open back up for dinner at 4.
What's the vodka on tap or house vodka?
The house vodka, I got to check on that.
I almost said on tap. I'm like, Jesus,
I
Marcus.
was going to say, I was like, you got vodka on tap. That's a party, man. You might not be able to taste the pasta Milantoni.
Jason, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away. Jason, you there?
I just wanted to ask your opinion. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask y'all what would need to happen for the president to be removed? Like, what's the process? What's the process for her just to be removed in general?
Jason, I appreciate the call. I can't go down.
I just want to fire the football coach. I really don't give a piss who's the AD or the president at this point. So that's all I got. I don't really care.
And I believe Steve also represents the proletariat on that one. He is the people, and the people say, I just want Brown here. I just don't want Satterfield
I don't care.
And it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm done.
And it's like, no, and then Steve has to tell y'all that Coach Satterfield's dug in on his assistants, and it's just like, I don't like to be bullied. I like to support,
I mean, you're gonna probably go higher.
And again, he wants to be here too, y'all. That's what kills. That's what, the day with everything what makes this day the most terrible is that he wants to be here. He wants to be here. We had the opportunity to